we?
We are.
Why?
Who'd have thunk it?
Well, that must mean that it's a Saturday on the Goodman Games official channel, and that must make this Weird Frontiers the guilty pleasure that you don't tell anyone about. Yeah, so we're back. Chuck, any pre-roll?
Nah.
No pre-roll. Okay. Once again, as lawyers demand it, you may enjoy what you watch tonight. You may laugh. You may cry along with us, but you will feel bad about yourself and you will question your life choices afterwards. It's a thing. It's a thing. Chuck, who are you playing tonight?
I am Pierce McIntyre, occultist, father to Scab, and yeah, I'm in rough shape as always.
Oh, you got a bit of healing since you
did.
reached out to your
Yeah, I did. Do hexes and boons reset at the start of every session?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Especially when we're in the thick of it like this. But I will allow everyone to go ahead and shuffle their decks, though.
I'll do that. Yeah, I have 6 strength. That's not a big deal for me, but I do have 3 stamina right now. That's a little rough.
Yeah, just a little rough. Jeremy, who you got?
Hi, I'm Scab. I'm 12 years old. I guess I'm what you call a Tommy knocker. There's a cave-in at the mine I used to work at, and I've been feeling funny ever since. But the good news is Mr. McIntyre adopted me, and he's the best man in the world, and I'm going to do everything to keep him safe.
Best man ever, if you only knew. Daniel, who you got tonight?
Everybody, I'm playing Chance, who's probably the most questionable man ever, secretly actually behind others in our party.
No one's actually ever checked him for gills. He might have gills.
Who knows?
Wouldn't surprise me.
You know,
Jake.
but my job is to shoot the party and then the bad guys.
Yes, there we go. Shoot the party.
You do it well.
Help the bad guys. Jake, who you got?
Well, I've got a French photographer turned spiritual medium / calavera named Killian Fauché, who is one cheek down but ready to jump into the fray, except for when it comes to jackalopes. Never again.
Never again. Joe.
Hello, I'm playing the Jebediah Bejebums, our gambler, con man, trying to stay low. Seems like some people recognize him here. And hopefully they don't.
There might be a small question as to whether or not you might have fathered a child in this town a while back.
Potentially. So quicker we can head on out. That's
the
good.
better.
Yeah.
And speaking of heading on out, so after our last episode, you guys made it to the safety local church, where a bunch of children and the school marm have kind of holed up. It has got a nice thick door, which they've are able to barricade. They've been able to keep the crazy populace out. Well, the relative is safety, except for a certain Mr. McIntyre, who's unable to step foot in this church, as it is hallowed ground, and he's feeling none too comfortable about hallowed ground these days.
No.
That does not reflect on his personality. No, sir, not at all. He's not done heinous deeds in the background. But at the end of the last session, you were wondering if you might not seek a little safety in the post office right next to the church. And I guess that's where we're gonna pick up right there. So, Chuck.
Yes.
Post office door, while still intact, is not locked.
I will.
It's got that frosted glass, so like you can't really see inside. You can see that there's a light on, but you don't really see any movement.
Yeah. First, I guess I will put my ear up to the door. Just see what I hear.
You hear two people, man and woman, likely, arguing with one another. Can't quite make out what they're saying.
I will give a little knock. The classic dun 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 dun.
The man shouts out, 2 bits! Hey, you're out there and you're not rabid mad, can you give us a hand, please?
Oh, yes. Am I free to just open the door?
It's not locked. Or are you
I-
saying that?
Oh, I'm asking him that. Like, yeah.
I should be unlocked.
Okay. All right. I'll open the door.
All right. First impressions. This is a tidy little post office where there's like a central area that's got a cage, a metal cage to protect postal workers, because next to banks, post office is the next popular place to rob.
Payroll.
Yeah, payroll goes through there. Second thing you notice is there are a lot of dead bodies out on the floor looking like they've been shot, and they all are got that craze, the fingernails and teeth have all been smashed up as they've been trying to eat things they ought not. And in that barricade behind those bars, is a man and a woman. Woman is wearing a postal smock.
Okay.
Man is not. And they're like, "Hey, fella, hey, would you mind giving us a great service here? This Beasley seems to have dropped the key, and we're stuck in here. Now it's mighty safe. Don't get us wrong. We're very happy to have found this safety, but we'd sure like to get out of here, Mister. If you could find that key."
Of course. Yes. I will look for the keys. I'm presuming all of the dead on the ground are not moving.
They are not. Also, you can bar the door from this side. It's not so much that the lock was open, it was broken. Somebody forced the door, broke the lock. But there is a
Okay.
bar that you can drop on this
Okay.
side. They just obviously can't reach it themselves.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to bar the door yet. Because if they want out, I'll let them out and I'll bar the door after them.
Okay.
I'll look for the keys. See if I can find the keys.
All right. Well, you've got a number of bodies on the ground, none of them wearing any kind of postal smock or uniform at all. There is a small, very small office, more like a cubicle off to the side, though. It's got a little thing across the top that says postmaster.
Yeah. I don't like that one bit. Okay. I will get my Derringer ready and open the door to the postmaster's office.
Okay. Door opens just fine. It's a messy desk, cluttered with all kinds of paperwork. She's got a couple of stamps in there. And I say she because there is every evidence that the postal master of this particular branch is a woman, as there are a number of dresses that have been hung on the wall. Must have just gotten the dry cleaning in, possibly. And there is a nice brand spanking new clutch purse on the desk as well, but a very messy desk, and no sign of the actual postmaster.
Okay. Still looking for keys. Any sign of keys?
Okay. Make me a luck check.
Okay, I can do this. My luck score is ridiculously high right now. But I still fail.
Look at that. Yeah, you still fail. You start moving paperwork around, kind of looking around where it might be. It could be in plain sight, but with as much mess as there is here, it's hard to tell. So it's going to take you some time. So while you're doing this, I'm going to roll a die. Let's call it, for no particular reason, the wandering monster die. Okay. Chuck,
Kind of a
you
misnomer.
hear the post office door slam open, and footsteps of something coming into the post office. Now you can't see yourself from where you are, but nor can they see you. And you hear the two trap people cry out, it's like, Mister, we're out of ammo, Mister.
Yeah, sucks to be them. You know what? When in doubt, let's do a spell and just go in guns blazing. I'll throw the door open.
Throw the door open, and you see an elderly man. He's got a priest collar on, but he's got that crazed look about him. He's got a half a bottle of alcohol in one hand, which he finishes off in a gulp and wiping off his face as he sees you. His mouth opens. He's got a mouth full of busted up, broken teeth. probably from gnawing on
Mhm.
some bone, maybe. There's a little bit of worms in the spittle coming out of the
Ew.
side of his mouth as he bloodshot eyes turn to you. But I'll give you the first
Oh, I cast
surprise
sleep.
round. Gonna cast sleep on him. All
I
right,
cast sleep.
give it a roll.
Yeah.
You got any fun mercurial on sleep?
It turns me into a cactus man.
That's right.
Not the oh no, yeah, this is the cactus man that you can milk for hit points too. So
Delightful.
a 12. Is that
12 gets you.
Yeah, it does pop off. Target within range must make it save or fall asleep for D6 turns. Can be awakened through normal means. I have to specify an interrupt, and the interrupt is going to be someone has to kiss him.
Right on that wormy mouth.
Right on that wormy mouth.
Yeah, wake up the prince.
All right.
Save.
Well, he failed to save. So he falls asleep in the ground. Bottle of alcohol smashes.
Well, then I will go bar that door.
You drop the bar in, and as you're going, you happen to look down at the ground, and there is an iron key pretty close to the door. When the door slammed open, it kind of moved some stuff.
Okay,
So it
cool.
unearthed it. So the key is laying right there by the door as you drop that bar down.
All right.
Now, while this is going on, we're going to cut scenes for a moment inside the church. The peaceful, hollowed ground of the church, which I also believe McIntyre, was it McIntyre? You put a glyph on the
I did.
outside that should keep away the creatures for a bit.
Yes, I did.
All right, so you guys have shared what food you have with the scared to death children that are in here. The school marm was letting the kids eat the food, though obviously she is hungry too, but she's making sure all the kids get food first. What do you guys want to do?
This might just boil down to a healing scene here.
Mm.
We get ready to go out and shoot up the town.
All right.
Heroically, mind you, heroically.
Of course. But what other way is there to shoot up a town?
Well, who's still injured? Hiram can attempt to heal some folks again.
I think I got healed up at the end, so
Yeah.
I should be.
Some
I
of you
mostly just
did.
need,
Some of you did not.
stats.
Oh,
I need-
stats.
Yeah.
All right. So what I would... That was a coffee pot. It was empty.
Oops.
It's fine.
Oh, good.
So what I had said last episode is, since this is hollowed ground and a good restful sleep, if you guys just take a little bit of time and cat nap, it will count as an entire day's rest. So you can
Nice.
regain 1 point from each of your stats, as well as your normal day's healing if you're down any. Now, it's assuming that you're not doing anything too active and you're actually resting for a bit while you're here.
Yep. I need stamina to reload my gun with. Otherwise, that's what I really need.
Yeah. Any personality that you burn for special effects, all of that comes back.
Ooh, nice. That's the important thing. I'm gonna immediately, go back up to 10, which will be nice.
Okay. So it sounds like then, is anyone not taking this time to rest? Is anyone doing anything else?
I don't really need the rest so much myself. Looks like I've got I got some melted candy that's all stuck together and some cinnamon sticks. Ma'am, I don't got a lot, but you can have some. You can split with the kids if you want. Or I could beat the candy with my cane and break it into pieces, make it easier to share.
Well, let's do that. Let's be fair and give all the children a little bit. I don't know that I really want to be stuck in here with a bunch of children on a sugar high, but I suppose it's the thing that we should do.
Okay, you should have a piece too.
We can all be
Well,
crazy on sugar.
because she doesn't want an argument, she'll take a small piece after it's all, shattered up, and she starts handing it out to the kids. So Scab, yeah, I mean, despite how you look, the kids here take to you just fine, especially since you brought food. They've been subsisting off of communion wafers and wine for a while. It's a nice little scene. So Chance is resting. Killian
Also resting.
also resting. Okay, you guys basically just stretch out on pews. It's hard, but it is restful. It is oddly, satisfyingly restful here. How about Jebediah?
Doing my absolute best to avoid, I forget her name, but whoever we rescued from the
kitty cat house. Yeah.
yeah.
You're not going to start a rousing game of goldfish or old maid with the children.
Literally steal candy.
Teach them an
from
early
children.
lesson. No, yeah, I'm just doing my absolute best to avoid her. If there's like a second floor or someplace to be perched up.
Well, Jebediah, I hate to do this to you, Joe, but since Jebediah is looking around, looking for an angle, looking for maybe just where someone might be able to sneak in or out, you can't help but have your gaze fall upon the poor box. You see, there's a couple of bills sticking out of the top there.
Ooh,
Fee for
it's
service.
probably not a good thing to take from, but I don't know how much longer this town's going to be here.
You'd hate to leave a couple bills behind, right?
Yeah. I offered some services. It's compensation.
Okay. If you want to try and just fish those top bills that are kind of sticking up out of the poor box without anyone really noticing, we'll call that a skill roll. It's kind of a sleight of hand as you just try and quickly whisk those bills up.
I'd say it's a pretty questionable pursuit.
That is, yes, it is.
All right.
Okay.
8.
You pull two $5 bills out of the top, $10 total. As you do that, you hear a small cough as the school marm, she's sucking a piece of candy. She's looking directly at you, and she just kind of.
Oh, I was just,
just a little bit.
Anyone could have grabbed him. I was putting him back nicer.
She just shakes her head and just makes a dismissive. So remember, even though she's wearing the habit of a nun, she's not a nun. She just wanted to get herself into clean clothes. She's a school mistress.
Right.
So she just gives a little cough to let you know she saw, but she doesn't really care what you do.
I'll because you said it was 2 5s, right?
Yeah.
So I'll like split it and
she like coughs again, and she like takes that bill. Some wine? There's plenty left.
Sure.
If
Take
people
some.
are starving in there,
well, they're actually not starving now. I mean, they've
Okay.
been in here a few hours, and you guys had some trail rations, so they're not
I was
starving.
gonna say Hiram could do his nourishment spell,
Yep.
but if they're not starving, then
No, they just have they missed a meal, basically, right? They missed
they'll
dinner.
survive.
Yeah. So let's get back to the post office since we got settled what's going on in the church. You found a key. You dropped the bar across the door.
Yeah.
You do hear it rattle on the outside a little bit, but again, it's that frosted glass where you can't clearly see out, but they can't clearly see in either.
Sure.
And they just you just hear them kind of shuffle off after they try the door and can't open it.
Well, okay. I've got the key. I've got the door barred. I pull out my Bowie knife, and I'm going to slide it into the ear of the preacher sleeping on the ground. Finish that off.
Sure.
And then I'll go unlock the cage for those two.
All right. Lady comes out first. She said, "Oh, thank you very much, sir. It's very kind to you. How's the town?
It's terrible."
Yeah, she kind of just steps over somebody, not really even looking at them. Just engages you, just like we've been. When this first happened, we just locked ourselves in there. I thought I had the key on me, and she kind of pats the smock. It's like I must have dropped it out there. There's horrible things going on. All these people just acting just like animals. Make me a personality check.
Sure, I can do that. That's fine. I haven't burnt my personality down to a very low number. 10. Okay.
So she's talking to you. The guy's not really saying much, but he comes out and he starts looking around gun belts. He's trying to find bullets for his gun. He starts pulling out a few bullets here and there. It's like, hey Sharon, we gotta get out of this town before we get eaten by whatever the heck is going on here, or contract whatever it is. Is it a disease, mister? Are you feeling all right? You look a little weird, if I might say. Your skin's all rubbery and bumpy.
Weird. It's fine. Oh yeah, I did turn into a giant cactus man, so I'm green skinned with spines everywhere. No, I practice the darkest of arts, and sometimes that has a toll.
It's just not even blinking. They're like, "Oh, okay. Well, we
Really?
do
You
appreciate you helping
truly
out."
are shell shocked. That is impressive. Anyway, yes, get out of town quickly. Just hop in the river and swim away.
I take it our horses are gone then.
Your horses very well might be there, but you will die before you get to the stable.
So you think the water's the best bet then?
You could try and sneak around the backside of the town here, right here between here and the river, to the bridge, and then off to the road. But the crazies from the hit movie are running wild, consuming everything and everyone. Even moving along the back between the buildings, we ran into a good number of them getting to the church. If you want somewhere safe-ish to go now, you can get entrance into the church.
Going with the church. They kind of look at each other for a minute. It's like, well, Sharon, I think we should take our chances in the water. Yeah, you're right, Randy. You're right. Thank you. She grabs both your hand with two of hers, and shakes it, and he pats you on the back. Thank you very much, sir. You've been very kind to help us out. Would you mind opening the bar? We're gonna make a run for it.
Absolutely. I will open the bar and let them leave.
Okay. Yeah, they do. They look around real quick and they kind of slink out.
I bar it, and I go and I stack a handful of corpses in front of the door. And then I lock myself in the cage, careful not to drop the tree or the key, and I take a nice nap.
All right. Well, as you do that, McIntyre, you can't help but notice that the safe is wide open.
Is it full of money?
Well, there are some stacks of bills left, but there's some stuff that looks like it's definitely missing.
I don't blame them. I'll take what's left, though.
Okay.
No one will miss it.
Roll me 2d10.
10.
$100.
I'll take it. That's a good amount of money for me. Nice.
All right. So yeah, you get some rest too. Now, unfortunately for you, this is not a sanctified location. So you'd have to get actually a full 8 hours sleep to be able to get any kind of real healing out of this.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. So we'll cut back to the church. It's been several hours. You guys are feeling really good for just the cat nap that you've taken. McIntyre's not back.
Remember where he said he was going?
Outside to keep watch on things. I suppose I'll go out to look for him. Before I do, I want to charge up my pistol with gloom, just in case I run into any spookies.
I want to poke my head out, and if I don't see any like piles of goop or cactuses, I'm like, I'm sure he's okay.
Everything actually looks pretty quiet. Oddly so, just surrounding the church. Further down, like a block or so away, you can hear gunshots being fired, people just screaming into the night. I mean, bedlam still is going on in the streets. Just not real close to the church for some reason.
I want to make note to pocket like a wine jug or two.
They're fairly large
for later.
jugs.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you can just take one if you want. They're like 1 gallon. This is the
Are there
weakest
any
interpretation of
empty
wine.
liquor? Are there any empty liquor bottles like strewn about from any of the worm people?
Not at all. They never breached the church.
Okay.
But if you ask, do you ask?
Yes. Are there
Um,
any empty bottles nearby, perhaps outside, that we might be able to pilfer for a while?
Well, there's a jug or two of empty wine bottles now, but I've got pulls out like a hip flask. Got an empty flask here.
Give you a couple dollars for that.
Oh, well, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take that, and I'll fill it up with some wine just to make sure it's full.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. How hard are the wine like jugs to transport?
Not difficult. I mean, they're like, think of them like the size of like a 1 gallon milk jug, except they're made of clay. They got stoppered tops on them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take one of those.
Your good old fashioned Boone's Farm bottle.
Yeah, yeah.
Are we heading out then?
Yes, we should
Suppose so.
look for Pierce at least, and hope that everyone's still alive. Well, everyone we're acquainted with is still alive.
Once we get him, are we going to go to that place with the distill or something?
Yes. I think we should probably talk about how best to approach that problem. Odds are, the very second we make ourselves known there, everybody who's under the influence of the worms will probably come to find us aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find Pierce. Maybe he'll have some ideas.
Mhm.
Cactuses, probably.
All right.
Slippery death.
So looking at the town map again, so you guys are here at the Church of Our Savior. Closest thing near you is the post office, the Lost Angels Orphanage, and of course the Kitty Cat Ranch, where you rescued the proprietor, who's given up staring at you, Jebediah.
Yep. All right. Did Pierce ever tell us that he was going into the post office?
I don't know, Pierce. Did you tell anybody that you were gonna maybe try and duck in at the post office?
I did. I told
Okay.
Ivan.
We'll say Ivan is hard asleep on a church pew.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But we'll awake long enough to tell you. It's like, oh, yes, post office. He must have needed to mail something. He goes back to
Yes.
sleep.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, we'll head over there. I'll stealth up. I don't know if it's safe or not.
Well, you see a light on in there, but again, they've got this kind of rippled glass that you really can't see much through. You can get impressions, like you can see shadows move and that sort of thing, but you don't. It's uninterrupted light source. You go to open the door. While it's not locked, you do encounter the bar that was dropped over it from the inside.
I'll just knock on it then. Just call out, Pierce!
Oh, sleep. All right. I get up. I'll unlock the cage so I can leave it. I will move the pile of corpses that I put in front of the door. I will lift the bar up and I will welcome them all in.
Just as he lifts the bar and he sticks his head out, you're yelling for Pierce has attracted some attention. Across the street, where you see the taxidermist's sign on a shingle, a couple of the town folks stop doing something in the barn. They look your way and they start. One of them started running at you on all fours like it's some kind of animal. The other one is doing that kind of step thump as he's got a bad left leg, but they're two of these are heading in your direction. One of them very quickly.
Sounds like that's the one that needs shot first.
I didn't even get the full nap in. Why did you have to bring company?
Well, we're just really excited to see you.
The one just trucking it over on all fours. You have an action. before he reaches you. The other one will be another turn behind. So what do you all want to do? You have plenty of time to just get in there and rebar the door, but
I would say we retreat into the post office and bar the door, pile some corpses, get into the cage, lock the cage, and if they get in, we can do like the last occupants here and just shoot them through the grating as they throw themselves at the cage.
That seems reasonable.
In we go.
Hiram is with you guys. If you all go, Hiram's with you too.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think that's the best option. That way it'll be more quiet as we dispose them.
Yeah, and if we attract more of them, we don't get swarmed.
Is anyone hurt? I'm still cactusy. You can have some of my milk.
I'm not that hurt.
Fair enough.
So you all rush into the post office then is the action you're
Yeah.
taking. Do you rebar the door or do you want to join McIntyre behind the bars and leave the door open so you can just shoot?
I would say bar the door. That way they have to spend time breaking in. Of course, that could draw more of them. Let's leave the door open and just get in the cage.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Who has the lowest luck right now? I want a group luck check.
It's not me for once. I have a 17.
You all should be pretty flush since we've been giving out extra
Mhm.
luck at the end of the sessions.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'm
not
pretty
me.
high.
I have 25.
Wow.
I have 24.
Oh, it might be me.
It might be you, Chuck.
I think it's you.
All right.
All right. Well,
I'll
Chuck, go
roll.
ahead and give us a roll.
15, I pass.
Okay.
Nice.
Everyone gets inside. You leave the door closed, but it's not locked. And you all hustle into the cage, slamming the cage shut. McIntyre's got the key. Just as you do this, the door is thrown open by this. He must have been the smith of the town. You're thinking he's just got enormous shoulders and arms as he kind of comes in on all fours and starts just growling at you all. And he rushes the cage. Let's go ahead and let's not do initiative. We really don't need initiative for this. Assuming that you're all smart enough to not be right up on the bars, he throws
I'm sticking my
himself in the
fingers through it
bars.
now.
Starts shoving that thick arm through there as much as he can. It kind of gets hung up on the bicep. He's trying to get to you all. He's salivating, he's spitting, and you can see that there are worms in his saliva that are just spitting out all over the place. Actually, you know what? Let us initiate.
Okay.
Why don't you guys go ahead and all of you go ahead and roll me some initiative there.
Just in case he's going to spew some worms upon us.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Let me know when everyone is in the initiative order. Here, somebody roll for Hiram. So actually, somebody take over Hiram for the night. I'm gonna let the guys take over the Mormon preacher because we are down one luchador tonight.
I can do that if y'all want. I'm
Okay.
familiar enough with the spell casting in the game.
All right.
Hiram initiative.
Makes sense to me.
Now you're carrying both ends of the spectrum.
I am. Okay.
All right, Chance. You're up first. What
All
do you wanna
right.
do?
Well, this will be easy. The only thing Chance does. Got a 5, a 2, and a 5.
Okay. 3 shots.
That's not,
Bang, bang, bang.
not too bad to start with, at least.
All right. Now they do. It does make quite a bit of noise. I'm gonna roll something in the background. Okay. Go ahead and make your rolls to see if you hit.
Oh, my
Ooh.
God.
That certainly hit.
Oh my.
Screw that nerd.
That's right. I got to use that boon to pay off my hex from last session.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, the damage does not include your dead eye die, right?
It
So,
doesn't.
9 points is more than enough to kill this guy. It's just three bullets. The first one kills him. The other 2 just goes through the brain pan as well.
I even maxed out my critical die.
I
You
know,
did.
right?
You
That's
did.
good.
So very nice roll. You drop him. And for a moment, everything is quiet. Just outside the door, you see the one that had the bad left leg is just kind of, he's got a little bit more control of himself as he's peering around the corner, just kind of looking in to see what was going on.
I tried putting 2 shots into him peering around the corner.
What's your rate? Well, you have 2 guns, right?
I got a rate of fire 3.
Right. So you just shot 3 bullets.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
bummer. Since I hadn't actually shot him yet.
Yeah. I'll be nice to you. Sure. You can walk that up and take those 2 shots at the one at the door if you want. He's got a little bit of cover.
That's all right.
It'll be a little harder to hit, but not by much.
It'll give me an opportunity to screw things up. It should be a 15 to hit with the Deadeye die.
Okay. Well, that hits. 7 points of damage. Not quite enough to kill him with that second
14,
shot,
sorry,
but the
14.
third one.
And then let's go and roll another one here. And that'll be a 19 to hit.
And that will do that. So you finish him off too. Make a couple of rolls here. Okay. Quick, 3 quick shots. You wait a moment, a beat, and you don't hear anything else out there. So you all are inside post office cage. You notice that, well, Jebediah probably noticed right away that the safe door is opened.
Yeah. Like dating.
Yeah, I think the last 2 were robbers.
I do want to look at the safe and see if this is one of the ones that has like any information on what the combo would have been, or like anything about the safe.
You can look at
etched on
the
inside of
plate
it.
on the side to see who the manufacturer was, and get a little bit more information. It's not one that you've seen before, so this just kind of adds to it. If you want to take a little bit of time just to examine how it all works, we'll say if you find another safe from this company, you might have a little better chance to open one.
Yeah, my goal is something like that, and then also if I find myself coming back through town again and they've shut the safe, there's something more in it, then
Right. Okay.
You've
That's
just
it.
got a quick robbery on your hands now.
Yep.
All right. Does anybody want to get out of the cell now and go and close that door, or just leave it open?
I'll take the flask I got earlier, open it up, throw it out, and see if I can't make it past the door, and then just kind of wait and see if anything happens for a bit.
Bates.
Something does happen, but not quite what you expect. You hear snorting. You hear a whinny of a horse.
I know what's happening, and I don't like it.
Cocaine horse.
Horse sticks its head inside the open door of the post office. It's got the flask in its mouth, and it's glug, glug, glug. As it's drinking down the rest of the whiskey, throws it aside.
That's real funny. Can we keep him, Dad?
No, that horse is an abomination and a monstrosity. We need to kill it. Look, you can see it's
Subtext,
got
much like you,
worms.
son.
No, you're
Just like usual.
a good kid. You do good in the world. That horse eats babies.
Guaranteed.
It's trying to push itself in, but it can get its neck in, but it's just a little too broad to fit through the door, but it's trying.
I'm gonna beat that baby-eating monstrosity in the face.
You going to come out of the cage and beat it in the face?
Yeah. My
So
dad
we
said
could
it
just
eats
let you
babies.
Shoot it if you
Okay.
want.
You roll initiative, just you.
Oh no.
You could just let me shoot it.
No,
More
he
fun
eats
this way.
babies.
That horse has got to pay.
Eating babies is wrong. I'm not a smart boy.
So you approach it with your weapon. You're about to brain it across the head. It kind of cocks its head back, and this phlegmy sound kind of comes up its throat, and like a camel, it just spits this wad of alcohol and worms at you.
Oh, good.
All right, what's your AC right now?
16.
Okay.
Does that count your branding?
Mm-hmm.
It misses, but you notice that the boards that it hits kind of sizzle a little. And those are some very active worms in the spittle. You can take your turn now.
All right. Let me just try and hit him in the face.
Oof. That's going to miss if that's a 10 total.
How much would I need?
Well, you can spend 3 and hit if you want to do that. Spend 3 luck.
I have a little over the luck, so yes, I will.
Okay. And what are you hitting this horse with?
I'm hitting him with that Cyclops crook. Big old
okay.
knobbed piece of wood. Seems kind of funny sometimes.
Go ahead. Well, damage to 12. That's
Yep.
the total damage there.
Mhm.
Okay, you hit it and kind of pisses it off, and it starts to kind of kick. Like it can't quite get its legs through the door, but it's trying to force its way further at you. So it's still alive. This was kind of just a little thing between Scab and the horse, but if anyone else wants to do something before we go into like a full initiative, feel free. Keep in mind, if you're going to shoot the horse, you are shooting into melee.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do.
Go ahead.
Chance, shoot the horse, please. Shoot it. It spits worms. Please shoot it.
He's going to do it. It's going to do it.
I'm gonna do it. I rolled a 13 for initiative.
Oh, I didn't need initiative. I'm just going to let you have an action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well. Oh. I may only need to shoot one time.
Okay, look at that.
Ooh.
Joker.
I finally got one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the first time this entire game.
Nice.
I got lucky shuffling the deck today. That's a D. I get like to roll for boons on this, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 4 boons for Daniel.
Nice.
Or well, 3. I spent the other one, I guess.
You do still have to see if you hit though, so roll your attack.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's a +3 to hit with that.
Yeah,
Oh
flip.
wow.
Oh my
Flip.
gosh.
Oh my.
Okay.
Flipping a red joker automatically critically hits.
Yeah,
Oh nice. Okay.
I was doing that just because he's firing into a melee.
That is
Oh,
true.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I still got to hit, not critically hit Scab.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yes, you hit what you're aiming for. Critical hit, and yeah, the horse just goes down. Just it is now significantly blocking the doorway, but it's quite dead.
Well, I've done everything I'm gonna do that's useful for the party for the rest of the night at this point, probably. So
You've
just
tapped all
gonna-
the luck. You've tapped it all.
I've burned it all up.
Nice job, Chance. He's not going to eat more babies from now on.
That's right.
We
Shoulder
said
in
that.
and push his stupid baby eating face back out in the street.
It's death. It starts there's just this reek as alcohol just starts rolling out of its mouth. Part of the reason it couldn't get in is his belly was so distended by just drinking a barrel of hooch, which is now starting to just come out of the mouth. It's full of
Is it-
worms. It's horrible.
Does it smell like a high proof?
Actually, no. It smells like it hasn't been aged at all. Like this is like this would be like the first
Okay.
rough distill.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
So,
basically
right.
fermented sour mash. It hasn't gone
Yeah.
through proper distillation
Yeah.
yet.
So it came from the distillery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did come in here initially to try and get some rest for the night before we pick back up in the morning. But if you're all here, then I guess we can continue on. Our goal
Is this the part where we make a plan and then we stumble around and we just beat everything in
do
our
it.
path?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I mean-
that's
I think the only plan we need is we know that we're going to Lead Bellies. Is that correct?
No, the Lead
Yeah.
Bellies is the alternate bar. The Thirsty Cactus is the one you were told that the men were in.
Oh, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
That's right along the river.
Is that a 1 or a 2-story building?
That is a 2-story building.
Yeah.
Could we request
Uh,
that Hiram slap some healing onto our cactus lad?
Yeah, he can do another round of healing on you.
Who's our cactus lad?
You.
You are.
Oh,
You
You are
are
the cactus
dead.
man.
Well, here's
You-
the thing. My hit points are absolutely maxed out. My ability scores are, as they usually are, absolutely wrecked.
Hmm.
And I don't
Tapped.
know.
I don't believe he's got anything in his listing that's going to help with that.
He's a Revelator.
Yeah. Think healing rays. Let me check up healing rays real quick. Might do something for you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, and his natural healing ability is hit points or conditions.
No, he doesn't have anything. Oh, well, if he rolls really high, like in the 34 plus, lost ability points is possible.
You said 34 plus?
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
happen.
not happening.
Yeah. It's
Maybe we shouldn't have let Chuck pilot him because he's going to spell burn all of.
can you I don't think you can
Mhm.
spell burn an occultist or a revelator.
No,
It's
no,
you can't
you
spell
can't.
burn
No.
divine.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
It's good for his sake.
Yeah.
So do we just go charging in the building? Or since like this is where the baby eating horse came from, right?
Well, when we went by it, there was that big still on the back of it.
Mhm.
We could climb
I
up
want-
that.
Yeah, I want to try to enter from second floor because I feel like they'd be expecting us to come in the main door.
Plus, we'd have the high ground.
We can see
Yeah.
if there's a hatch or something on the roof. If not, we can just try and access one of the second story windows from the roof.
Well, surely one of these places must have a ladder with so many high stories.
I don't see a ladder in here.
You haven't passed by one that's got one yet. Doesn't mean there aren't. You just haven't seen one yet.
If I'm correct, it looks like Willie's Sundries is right next door.
It is.
We could
That seems like a place we could find a ladder in.
swing
Or-
by and see if they've got a ladder.
Well, from a long time back, you guys had set me up with the rope and some weights for hold my breath a long time underwater. I could always just real easy get up on top of it and drop down a rope.
That works too.
Yes, absolutely.
No, I may be mistaken, but I think you guys did check on Willie's already. Like the guy just tried to shoot you first thing, and then you
Okay.
talked to him. So like the store, well, it was empty.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you could go in. Well, no, I don't mean empty of goods. I mean empty of folks.
okay.
So if you wanted to go and get some supplies at Willie's, certainly possible.
Was that the one? I don't remember which one it was that we passed by. That was we saw like the door was open and all we did was close it.
That was the Thirsty Cactus, the back door to the still
Yeah.
area.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just
yeah.
like just
That was Bert's attempt to try and get us to fast track to the boss fight. Listen, let's swing by Willie's, see if there's a ladder. If
Normally
not, we'll
we
just
would have
shimmy
done
up
it
the
now.
roof.
And maybe some milk bottles if we're lucky. We'll fill them with booze, and we have free distractions for our adversaries.
Very good. Let's go.
All right. Well, if that's a plan, I have already rolled to see if you attract any attention. You do not,
Oh,
assuming you're not going to hoop and holler through the streets and you're trying to be quiet.
we're saving that for later when we heroically shoot up the town.
You get over
Yep.
to Willie's Sundries. The door is still wide open as Willie has departed at this point. Place is fairly well stocked. Willie never sold any alcohol in his place, but it does look like people turned it over looking for it. But rope, yeah, there's ladders. Any basic sundry item that you'd like to pilfer, you can.
I'm fine. Let's just grab the ladder. I'm not worried about food at this point.
No.
I'll look at the Jebediah and I'll point at the till and shrug.
Till's
Yeah.
already open. Willie took the money with him.
Eh,
Smart.
smart man.
Were there any rations like anywhere in this area?
Well, it depends on what you mean. I mean, like there's sacks of flour, sugar, coffee. There's all the makings of food.
Okay.
Tins of beans, that sort of thing.
I'll take maybe like a tin of beans or two.
Or a small sack of beans. You can take a little 1 pound sack or something like that if you want.
Something that's not too small. Because I gave up all my rations at the church. So.
Oh yeah, we can say that you basically get a refill of like, small bag of beans, small bag of coffee, a little bit of sugar, flour.
Okay.
He's just shopping. He's just filling a cart.
Yeah.
He's just going through.
Been so
Yeah.
long
Nutrition
since I've been to
labels
the
on
store.
everything.
Yeah, you find a simple ladder. It's definitely big enough to get you up to the second floor of Thirsty Cactus anyway.
Excellent.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Anything special you want to look for?
Do they sell
A
guns?
mirror.
Mirror? Actually, no problem at all. He had a mirror behind him, behind the till, so that he can kind of keep an eye on customers. So if you want to break a little bit off of that, and it's already shattered. So if you want to take a nice piece of mirror off of there, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll do that and I'll wrap it up in a piece of cloth so I can just have something nice and reflective to look into.
Does he have any door stops?
Or stops. I guess, sure. I don't know if door stops were a thing back then, but
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
So something I could use as a door stop.
maybe a wedge. You find like a small spike or a wedge, we'll say.
Okay. A handful of those.
Okay.
All right, I'll pick up that ladder for y'all. Are we ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Let's do something stupid.
I would
Yeah.
say, why don't we go around to the far side? Because if we try and climb up the wall between here.
So
between
the
Billy's-
main central area, like Main Street through the town, is fairly well lit. But the back half of the Thirsty Cactus, like the back half of all the buildings on this side, is all cast in shadow. There's not a lot of light in the back.
Okay. Yeah. I was just looking for a window obscured from view that.
Yeah, so if you look at the drawing there, so it's got 4 windows along the side. That is duplicated on the front and the other side. So there are 4 top story windows. But you do have to kind of get over that little hump of where like the back shed, that's the back portion of that building is. And unfortunately, that is a tin roof that's covering the still part. The main building, though, is just stucco.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go over to the side where I just drew the little ladder.
Okay.
And we'll go up.
Yeah,
the
that side's
stucco
going to be
side.
pretty much in darkness. Who wants to go up first? And whoever that is.
As we're passing by the back door, I want to wedge it shut.
You want to wedge the back door shut because it is open again.
It's open again. Okay.
Yes.
Does it swing out or in?
It swings out. So like you could wedge it from the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do that.
Just kick a wedge into the door, close it. Good enough. And you can see the still in the back. That horse must have knocked over the still, which wasn't running. So all the sour mash was still in there. And that's what it was. That's where it got the sour mash from. Gently put the ladder on the side of the building. Who's going to go up first?
I'll go.
I'll be
Unless
right after
somebody
you.
else wants to.
Okay. Well, Scab, make me, I assume you're trying to be quiet about it.
I'll try.
We just got a reroll redeemed on the chat too.
Nice.
Oh, look at that. Make me a reflex save, please.
Okay. Reflex save. I'm real good at those. Actually, I'm okay at that.
Okay.
Okay.
You scamper up. I mean, you never believe that you make a lot of noise. You get to the top and you're looking around. Flat top, it's canted just a little bit so that the rain will wash off one side. But what you're not seeing is any entry into the building from up here. It's just stucco. Now the window, or the windows, again, 4 on all the sides except for the back side, are just a foot off the end of the roof. There's light. You want to peer through one?
Yeah.
Make me a luck check.
Okay.
Nothing can go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong.
Okay. Well, nothing sees you and you don't see anything. It looks like there are several rooms up here on this floor. You're looking into one small room now. It looks like a bedroom. Maybe staff stays up here. And the door out of this room is wide open into the hallway, main hallway. So the failed luck check isn't that something bad happens to you. It's just that the windows all have glass panes on them, and the windows are all down.
Oh.
None of them are open.
I did roll under.
Passed this check.
Oh, you passed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So the window's up. The window is up and opened in this one. You can try to kind of climb your way in. Take a little agility check to do it without falling.
I should probably wait on some of the other folks to come up. Like kind of wave them up and point over at the window. I know the Jib
Yeah, I'll be
Dad
r-
said he was coming.
We got a
Yep,
player bounce.
I'm right behind him.
Everyone that's going to climb up the ladder and get onto the second floor, please make me a reflex save. Just only if you are climbing the ladder.
I will do
Okay.
that as well. And don't forget that my brand does apply to reflex saves as well.
How much does it add?
+1, I believe. Let me double check.
Okay, it should be a 10.
Jebediah 10 is fine. You
Yeah,
climb up.
+1.
That's going to make
Okay.
yours a 9, Killian.
Ooh.
Do you want to spend a point of luck to
yeah.
make it a 10?
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay. Pierce, you climb up without a problem.
Hiram, no problem.
Just leave
Hiram
me.
made it without a problem. All right, everyone gets up just fine. Don't believe you've made any noise. Certainly no one is looking out the windows to find out. You see
All
the
right,
same
I
thing
will-
as Gab did.
Well,
It's
once
just
we're
a
up
flat
there,
roof.
Since I was the last one up, I might actually pull the ladder up. So no
You
one
can
takes
pull the
that.
ladder up, not a problem. Pull it up, lay it on the flat roof. You guys can hear the sound of a piano playing. I shouldn't say playing. Someone's banging on a piano, making discordant notes. It's not a song. Just like someone is just slapping the keys. You can hear ruckus. You can
Mhm.
hear laughing, crying, screaming, all coming from downstairs.
5-year-old me playing a piano.
I remember that's how I used to sound back before I actually took skill rank in piano playing.
Do we hear any? You said screaming. Is there any like distressed screaming? Like sounding like normal townsfolks, perhaps? Or is it mainly-
Hard to tell, honestly. Hard to
Yeah.
tell. It's all kind of just a coughing mess.
I want to try to sneak down there and just like as close as I can, or as far back as I can be, just to see into the downstairs. And
All right, so you're on the roof. You can peer into the windows on the second floor, but I don't see how you can see to the first floor.
oh, I thought I was climbing through the window. I thought Scab and I were trying
Oh,
to.
no,
No one's
second
done
floor.
tests for that yet. We just got onto the roof. We haven't.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
okay.
are no windows
Okay,
on the
I'm
first
ahead of
floor. All the
Okay.
windows are on the second floor.
Right. Yeah, I want to try to. Is there a way to like climb from the roof and?
Yeah,
go into
the
window?
windows are all just like a small foot right below the roof line. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of an agility check to get in there without falling. But yeah, it's not difficult.
I'm
I'll go
glad
for
to
that.
hold on to you while you swing in. Make sure you got a little security.
Yeah.
If you want to help, take a +1 to the roll.
Okay. Do that. Oof.
Okay.
Oh God.
Do
Bounce
you
We
want
do
to
have
make?
a re-roll too.
Yeah, you can re-roll, or you can spend 5 luck to not fall from the second floor.
Well, I mean, I get a mojo die every time I roll my luck, so I'm going to spend 1 and then
Okay.
perhaps 2. That should be enough.
Oh, your mojo dice are pretty big right now, shouldn't it?
Yeah. I'll spend 2 luck. So
2 luck.
that'll bring
That's
me
more
up
than
to
enough. A little acrobatic twist as Scabbard holds your ankles and you flop into a room. It looks like it's a bedroom. It's very small. It may be all of 6x5. There's a bed here. There's a dresser and a wash pan. You almost step in the what do they call the privies?
The bedpans.
The
Oh, yeah.
bedpan. Yeah. So you almost step into the bedpan, but you avoid it.
Chamber
It
pot.
is full. The door to
Oh.
this room is closed. You can't see out in the hallway, but you can hear all of there's a huge ruckus going on downstairs. But honestly, other than the piano being smacked instead of played, doesn't sound a lot different than a really ruckus bar.
I'll help anyone else that's trying to climb down after me as well.
Is everyone else going down into the same window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if somebody helps at the top and Jebediah helps at the bottom, you guys can roll it with a +2, and I'll drop the difficulty. I just want to see if anybody rolls a 1, really.
Who wants to be the last in? That's the
And
real
this is just
question.
an
Yeah.
agility test.
I'll go
This
last.
is an agility test.
I probably got the strongest grip, and I'll make sure I'm the one holding you from the top.
All right.
As long as nobody rolls a 1 like Killian just did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
Now you guys have a stream reroll. I will allow a hex to be re-rolled with a stream reroll.
I think I'll do that.
Thank you, card man.
Thank you, chat. You're so lovely.
Thank
Oh, look
Cardman.
at that. That
That's a lot
worth it.
That
That was worth it. Everybody gets inside just fine. You're kind of packed in here. Again, it's like a 6x5 room.
Yeah. All right. I didn't fail.
Who rolled the lowest? Chance.
I got a 7.
7.
Oh.
So Chance rolled the lowest,
That
I
would
think.
be. It was a +2
Hiram
on
did.
that, right?
Yeah,
What
that's
Chance
with
did?
the +2.
So
Yeah.
Hiram with the +2, that would be an 8.
Yeah.
So it is Chance, of course, who steps in the bedpan.
You guys didn't move this. I bet
I
they
thought
put
you'd
it
see it.
just so I would step in it.
You know,
It's like stepping in mud, man. Your boot kind of squelches. You pull it out. It smells awful.
there's not going to be
Oh.
any saving that boot.
Not the first time I've stepped in shit. Probably won't be the last time either.
Okay, so again, you're in a small room. Doors closed. There's light streaming out underneath the door, though, and there's a lamp in here. There's an oil lamp that was burning, so you had plenty of light coming in as well. But it looks like there's light in the hallway. You don't hear anything immediately outside the door, but it's really loud downstairs.
I want to make sure nobody's downstairs before I start drawing cards. That's my prerogative right now. Like I want to make sure there's no townsfolk being held hostage or something.
Okay. So you open the door into the hallway. Again, you're on the second floor right now.
Yeah, we still got to case the
I'm
second.
trying to be as stealthy as possible.
Okay. Roll me. No, you know what? Doesn't matter. You open the door. Second floor is completely empty. There's a set of
Okay.
stairs that wraps, so the stairs go down on the other side. There's 3 other rooms up here. 2 of them, the doors are wide open. You don't see anyone in those rooms. The other room, the door is closed, but you can see down into the first floor. There is a man at the piano, just banging with both of his hands onto the piano, almost like he's making a mockery of playing it. He's kind of howling. The screaming you heard was him howling a tuneless kind of just wail down there. There are a total of there's more than a dozen folks down there. They have just about depleted all the alcohol on the shelves. They're passing bottles around. There's a mix of, we'll just call them bandits, folks that look a little rough around the edges, wearing ammo straps around their shoulders and around their waists. But there's probably an equal number of town folks too. There's also one person that looks is also just double fisting bottles of tequila. that the banditos seem to be giving a little bit of deference to. It looks like they were playing cards, but that's quickly devolved into everyone just slamming down alcohol as fast as they can. There are town folks down there, Jebediah, but it looks like they're infected. What that means to you is what it means to you. But looks like there's a good mix of both town folks and the bandits.
I don't know of any way to make them not infected.
Dead?
They've all seemed to be kind of goners at that point.
While
I'll sneak back into the room and kind of relay that to everybody else.
Yeah. You close the door
Like-
or leave it open?
Yeah, I'll close it as not enough to maybe latch or make like the sound, but enough that it'll help deaden as we like whisper amongst ourselves a little bit.
I mean,
So you can throw some cards, and then we'll just kind of like wait up here for anybody who comes rushing. We'll just
yeah, we just get ready. I mean, we should probably be close because once he starts throwing, we should probably jump in right after he does it.
I mean, I see no good way to save those people in downstairs.
At all.
In their deaths, they can help us to do away with whoever among the jackals might remain. So,
There was kind of like a main guy we were looking for, wasn't there? And I didn't see him.
Holt.
It's probably the dude who's two-fisting the tequila that
I
everybody
don't
was
know if
differential
any of
to.
us would recognize Holt. So
Yeah.
So, do we lure them up here in an ambush, or do we just barrel down there and let hell break out?
I mean, Jebediah can
Another idea.
sneak up and toss a bunch of cards first, and then we jump in after.
I think another thing that might be fun. I've got a big jug of wine. Killian's got a big jug of wine as well. What if you stepped into the near with both jugs of wine, brought them downstairs, set them out, and then went back into the near, kind of as a distraction or something?
I
just throw them down the
don't-
stairs.
I don't think I would be able to go back into the near with so many people paying witness to the.
Hiram will
Okay.
hop in. 20-side games. Thank you for that raid.
Welcome,
Hiram-
folks. And we're sorry.
We are very sorry. Hiram has a miracle, blinding faith, where if he casts it high enough, he becomes invisible to undead, demons, creatures not native to the earth, and creatures that walk the path of the damned. I have to roll decently high for him to get up into the multi-hit die creatures, but if that's what you want him to do, he could.
So Hiram would also know, look at the verbiage of that carefully. It's creatures. So whether or not these people still count as humans is debatable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we could just
Yes.
throw the bottles down the stairs, and they'd
I want
probably
to ask
pop the floor.
him.
Can't say I haven't done
I
it before.
kind of don't want to ask him. Kind of don't want to know, but I feel like I should ask him if he knows of any way that these people could be saved or reversed, or if they're lost causes.
Okay, so I don't want to metagame because this is an NPC, so he will go with the church line of "No one's beyond redemption, my son. There's always got to be a way."
Okay. Okay.
Well, that was pointless. Thank you, Hiram.
You're welcome.
I'll start stripping.
Have I told you about the good book?
I'm sure it's very nice in English, but I'll start taking the bedding off of the bed, like the sheets and the blankets, and I'll set one of the jugs of wine on like a bundled up sheet.
Okay.
You can just drop it in there with this, and it won't break.
Or throwing it out there, why don't I just put a fucking sigil here and it'll drive out all the lesser foes?
Oh, leaving only Holt to remain, or perhaps his most trusted, the
Or
people who need to die first.
The
innocent
biggest
people.
assholes.
Could also
You're
leave
so
behind an
smart,
instance.
Dad.
All right. I'm going to do exactly that.
Okay. Well, let's see what the result is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
hurt
my
myself.
dad trying to save all the townsfolk. He's such a good man.
As I cast this spell, my
He's so
face is going to
caring.
melt off and then reshape it into someone else's face. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to spend a lot of luck on this, at least 7 points of luck right off the bat. I am not going to spell burn.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably smart. You've been doing a lot of that.
All right, my base
Ooh.
casting is a 13. I'm dumping 7 points of luck. That makes that a dirty 20. Do I want to put more luck on that? No, I'm good with a 20.
All right, read me that result.
It takes 6 rounds of crafting. I inscribe my elder sign onto a solid object. On an immovable surface, all within 100 feet gain +2 bonus to AC and saves against mythos creatures. Mythos creatures cannot approach to within 50 feet of the elder sign. Non-mythos supernatural creatures are uncomfortable coming within 50 feet of the elder sign, and they take a -1 die penalty to all rolls. This lasts an hour, and the rest of the information is if I were to put it on a movable object like a shield.
Did this
or something.
require your brand to use?
No.
It had no physical requirements for anything?
No, it's the way it works is let me get the exact
Scratching it on the wall or something.
I trace it in the air.
Okay.
I can double check that for you. Give me a moment.
What would you have scratched it into the wall with?
I've got a knife.
Okay.
Let's see. It's a rune.
I mean, it's loud up downstairs.
Yeah.
6 rounds.
It has
What
to
are
be
you guys
carved
doing?
on a solid object. So I would just use my knife to carve it.
I mean, I figure we'll just kind of hunker down up here until he's done.
Yeah.
Ready for action if we got to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Surprisingly, 6 rounds goes by. No one that one closed door that I mentioned doesn't open.
Okay.
No one comes up to investigate. The party continues downstairs as you finish scratching this glyph off. And the range is 50 feet from the glyph, right?
The negative, the effects against the enemies is 50 feet.
Okay. So let me just roll a bunch of things here.
Yeah.
So if anyone is left, they're baddies, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically, as
course.
long as 50 feet eats up most of the bar downstairs, I'm bad with spatial math.
No. My daddy's
50
the
feet will
best
probably
at
do a
math.
lot in a house.
He's making sure that all the good souls are saved.
I mean,
So
50
anybody
feet would
else
be
left
like
deserves what's coming.
multiple floors up and down. So, I mean, that'd be covered.
This. And then all else fails. I mean, this is going to last an hour.
It's the front to back that might be hard.
Yep. All right. So you finish the casting. There is a blaze of energy for those of you that can detect mystical energies. Otherwise, your hairs just kind of stand up on the back of your neck. You hear the sound of the door being flung open as some folks run out. You have no idea how many. But the piano stops.
Well, shoot, that goes our noise.
What is the
I mean,
floor
I
made
say
out
we
of?
just
Wood.
Not bullet stopping, like super wood, just regular wood.
No, I mean it would reduce damage. I'd say it would drop the damage die
Okay.
down, but it's not super thick.
Well, I mean, we've cleared some of the mounts.
Kill as many as you can, Mr. Bajebums.
Yeah.
Those that
All right.
die will fight on our side.
Maybe when you start
I'll-
yelling cards, you should yell out, run, or something like that.
I figure we're just gonna let him do his cards first, and then
Be right there behind you.
I'm just saying, there's
Ish.
a chance that the innocent people are still down there. We've thinned out monsters.
I don't think there's monsters left.
They looked to be a little far gone. Yeah, I'll say something. So I'll run down then.
Just in case he
So
gets
you're
one.
gonna go down the stairs, is what you're saying? You're running down. Everybody,
Yes.
please initiate, because of course they can feel the pressure of that elder sign. They know something's up. It's not going to be a surprise.
Mhm.
So everybody, go ahead and initiate.
That's as good as I'd like it to be.
Come on. All right, where is Pierce?
I'm going to do 2 separate sets of initiative for myself here. So I got a low one.
And Hiram.
Oh, I got really low.
We've done our plotting, so now we can ignore all of our plotting and just do whatever happens anyways.
Yeah.
All right, tell me when everybody's got their initiatives in.
I got Hiram and myself in.
Everyone good?
Yep.
Yep.
So Killian and Chance, you can decide who goes first. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. If you guys don't mind, just because it's just how the description was. Let's have Jebediah start his action. And then if Chance or Killian want to step in and then he can complete it, that's fine. But Jebediah, you went down the stairs. You ran down the stairs, and all the banditos have guns drawn. They're waiting for someone to come down. It looks, I mean, there's less people here than there were, but the ones that are still here are still raring for a fight. And yes, I know they're going to be all down 1D because they are affected by this thing, but it's not making them run away. So there you go. You still got the jump on them though, but they are ready. They are ready and waiting, guns drawn. What do you want to do, Jebediah?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start drawing cards as soon as I see them.
52 card pickup.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Unless Chance or Killian want to get something in before cards start getting flung.
At the risk of getting blown away by the cards, I do not want to be near him.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell out, "Deal me in!" And I'm gonna start drawing cards. Okay. First card. Jack of Spades.
Yeah, let's anytime you hit a suit card, let's go ahead and resolve that effect
Okay.
before we go on.
Add the book up. I'm just not on that page.
Where do you go?
I've got it pulled up if you want.
Gambler. Jack of
Basically get healing.
Spades.
I'm not sure if that's valuable or not, so.
Jack of Spades. Oh, it's on the other side. Card instantly liquefies, showering them with healing liquid. The gambler is instantly healed of 3d8 plus caster level and gains 1d8 plus caster level temporary hit points if fully healed.
That would be useful.
So that's good. Yeah, 3d8 plus. I'm only down 2, so I'll just roll that.
Yeah, if he
1d8
gives
plus
an area of
caster level.
effect, it'll affect Killian and Chance as well, as though we're probably the closest to you.
No, I'm staying far enough back to where the negative effects won't hit me. So
Okay, so yeah, then never
I doubt
mind.
the positive
It's just you
ones won't
then.
hit me either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
it's the one that like
this one. I don't think this
radiates
one's
out
an
from him.
AOE.
Yep, it's just you then. All right,
Yeah.
yeah. So top off your hit points and continue your draws.
Okay. Next card. 10. 9. 6. 4. Another 6. and a king of diamonds.
Okay, so let's get the 5 damaging ones out of the way. You have a target-rich environment. You've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 folks.
Okay. I'm going to be trying to drop in, like, focusing on the weaker ones first, and
You really can't tell weaker from stronger. There's no physical way to tell.
Not the two-fisted guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just be, because these ones are kind of like long range compared to some of my other effects too. So I'll be picking off the ones that are farthest away from me.
Sure. Okay. If you want to start with the longest ones away, that's fine. We'll start with those.
Okay. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
You
got
drew
5
the card
attacks.
that Jake and I were avoiding. So
All right. So that each one of those is your damage minus your, because you get to add in your what's it called? Do you get to add your special die into the damage, or is it just straight the damage I forget?
It is just straight my mojo die.
All right, so starting with the top one then, 2 points, 1 point, 5 points, 3 points, and 5 points. Okay, that doesn't drop any of them. And then you drew your king.
Yep, and then King of Diamonds. Card bursts into a flock of ghostly avian centered on the gambler that immediately scatter outward in all directions. Surrounding friends and foes within a 50-foot radius are thrown 1d30 plus 5-foot caster level.
Yeah, all you guys, you can't be 50 feet away though unless you're in the room still with the door closed. If you want to be in the room still with the door closed, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I have assumed that's what everyone was doing. They were waiting for they have the door closed, they're waiting for explosions to stop, and then, they'll rush in. Yeah.
Okay, and what does it do for everyone else? I'm going to say you're going to be able to hit the closest people with that.
And then affected targets deal or suffer 1d6 per 10-foot thrown and land prone. DC 15 fortitude save can be made to take half damage.
So there are 4 targets that you can hit within that range. So go ahead and roll the damage for them.
So I'm going to do so it's a D30.
One of them saved.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so D30 plus 5 foot per caster level. So they're throwing 21 feet. And then so they're only going to be taking 2d6 per.
That's still something. So
yeah.
They each take 7 damage.
They each take 7? Okay, 3 of them are dead. As their bodies wetly smack against the wood, you hear the breaking of vertebrae and bone, and they stop motion. All right, so that was the king. Are you going to keep flinging cards?
Yeah.
Because remember, your odds of hitting an ace or an 8 now are
they're getting there. It's gonna burn my hand. So a 7.
Okay.
2. 7. And then a Joker.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, which color?
Red. But I think they're both the same for me.
It's the same for him. He gets to pick whatever he wants.
Okay, so 3 damaging. Let's just go ahead and get those 3 out.
Did he get a D3 of boons?
9 damage. 522.
522, so 3.
And then this is still poking farthest ones away from me.
Yep.
And then
you looking up your Joker?
Yeah.
The Joker's at the bottom, the very bottom, the wild card.
Yeah. Oh, 1d3 boons. We'll do the...
You get to pick any result you want, including the fireball.
Yeah. The fireball, you guys might be close enough to be hit by it.
You could potentially do something smaller too.
Yeah.
And you do get a D3 worth of boons.
I got 1 from that. Fireball 3. Yeah, the Kingdom of Hearts is the big fireball one, but I'm afraid that'll do too much damage to its radius is so big and it's indoors. So
You know what would almost
I
be
think
funny?
I'm going to do the Jack of Hearts one.
Oh, they're not close enough. It would have been funny if you did the Queen of Spades,
Yeah, some of them are, if you're in there closer, are
but they're
pretty
not
funny.
close enough. Targets
Yeah.
have moisture drawn from the
Yeah,
bodies.
you've already
causing
killed all the
peripheral
close
dehydration.
ones.
Yeah,
So you're getting the
Right.
people that are at the very edge of the bar
it
now.
would have been funny to
yeah.
give them dehydration though,
So,
Oh man.
since they're all thirsty. You know,
are they all within 50 feet of me?
No, you've already
Okay.
killed all the ones within 50 feet.
your best bet's probably gonna be like it's one of the hearts that has range or something.
Yeah. Dang. Well, I mean, the Kingdom Hearts has the 80-foot range, but it also has a 30-foot radius. So it'll do some major structural damage to where we're at, and we're all up on the second floor. Let's
You
just
can go
for
with that one. Throw it out to the furthest extreme of the corner of the bar. Have that go off.
Mhm.
It'll catch all the people in the far range, and that'll be on the opposite side of the building than your companions are upstairs. So yes, it will blow through the second floor, but it won't be directly beneath them.
Okay, I'll do that one then.
Okay.
I'll aim it so that it's blasting towards us.
The best part is
Uh,
upstairs. We have to be like, is this the good explosion or the bad explosion?
Right.
Half the bar explodes in flames. That was a good one. It's a good one.
That was a good one. All right.
Oh, and more importantly, it's also not going to be in the direction of the still. You're going to be
Yeah.
shooting it towards the front of the building, the front
Right.
entrance.
Yeah, that would be a lot worse too. So okay, it just becomes a big fireball, and it inflicts a base damage of 3d12 plus 1d12 per caster level. So it's going to be 7d12 damage.
Yep. And that's everybody in the
Uh,
range.
And they must pass a DC 14 reflex to reduce by half damage.
70-12. Oh my god.
All right,
One of them passed.
53.
Oh
53
god.
points of damage, basically kills everybody but one. Blows out the entire front of the establishment. So you guys are like peeking through the door. You feel the big rumble beneath you. And so across the hall from you was the one door that had the door closed. The fireball just erupts through it. That door opens up, and there's this big fat guy that's just sleeping on a bed. You see him for just a moment before he's engulfed in fire and incinerated. That's the front end of the building
I'll
is just
call out to
blown
him.
out.
I'll call out to his ghost. Sorry.
Jebediah, the one remaining person that made the save, is the guy that's got the double fisted tequila. He's still sitting at the table. Everything's burning around him, and he looks
Yes.
at you.
I don't want to be the only one that does everything, though. I mean, I could,
Chance and Killian,
I mean,
or you can keep throwing cards if you want. Something bad's gonna happen. I love it.
It's
Keep
gotta-
drawing
I
them,
promise
Joe.
it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
No.
all right,
mean,
I'll draw
Pretend
more.
it's an old grandma in a chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
It's
Okay.
completely up to you.
I'll draw. All right, next one. Queen of Clubs.
Okay.
Pulling the ground. So card spins over my head, pulls the ground up and over me for 1d6 rounds. The gambler may use the earth to instantly travel up to 30 feet.
Wow,
Okay.
He's like 70 feet away from you.
So I'll just move up towards him. I'll just
Okay,
tunnel like
Okay, yeah. So do a little bit
Yeah.
of earth bending, pop up in front of him. 20 feet away.
I
from
get
him.
to continue to do this though so
Yes.
it's a d6 plus caster level. So
That's nice.
Cool.
I get a burrow speed of 30 feet
Sure.
per round for 6 rounds.
Jebediah
That's cool.
burrows through the stairs, pops up 20 feet away from the guy. You going to keep drawing?
Yeah, and the next one is a king of clubs.
Oh, okay.
Good lord.
Friends and foes within a 100-foot radius of the gambler must immediately pass a DC 12 reflex save or avoid falling prone, and a DC 12 save to avoid being stunned. Stunned targets fall to the bottom of the initiative order, suffer a 1d penalty to all physical actions. So this is just like a big AoE stun. Looks
Sure.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Gambler
he
is immune to
definitely
these
failed.
effects.
So he's stunned, drops the bottom of the initiative. He still gets an action,
Okay.
but he's a further D down, so 2D down.
I'm immune to these effects, and it lasts for
1d8 plus cast.
yeah, lasts for 11 rounds.
Okay.
Next card, a 7,
Okay. Damage.
Ow.
a 6,
Okay.
a king of
Okay.
hearts.
All right.
Oh my
Stop there.
gosh.
Oh my god.
Do the 7 and 6. Do the damage for both of those.
Okay. 8.
Okay.
Then that's the fireball again. So I'm going to launch this like out into the street so it comes back in.
Yeah, I was going to say so that you can not kill everyone else. All right, so
Yeah.
here's what's going to happen. So that goes off. You totally obliterate this guy that's sitting there double fisting the tequila. And as you're doing the victory dance, and you're like, well, actually, what's everyone else doing? We're not out of initiative yet.
Hiding.
But you need to pause right there.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, technically, we all need to make reflex saves.
What was the area of effect?
100
foot?
feet.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Some of us may be falling on our asses.
Oh, Pierce did good.
It looks like
Wow.
we're not.
Hiram did not.
Poor Hiram.
Oh, dang.
That's fine. He's not yet in a burning room. He's fine with falling down. All right, so so there's a big shake and all that. Here's the thing, Jebediah. All right, so there's just a burnt corpse on the ground here. Are you stopping at this point? What are you doing?
I mean, so there was something about like cursed bottles. That's all we know. There was like a cursed item, which was a booze bottle. Is there like somehow this like magically intact booze bottles?
So then you're
around
stopping
him?
to take a look
Yeah.
around. You have to stop your draw.
Okay,
So
that'll
as
do
you're
it.
looking for the bottle, I mean, he had 2 bottles of tequila in his fist. Both of them are shattered to the extreme heat that you just threw out. But as you're looking, you're starting to hear the sound of sounds almost like a chicken cracking an egg, and the corpse erupts, and out of what's left of his body, this creature that's half worm, half demon. It's got cloven feet. It's got wormy tentacular arms. Erupts out of the body. You need to make me, and only you, because everyone else is behind a closed door. You need to make me that fear check. You need a 16.
Can I burn luck on grit checks? Or
Yes,
fear checks?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where my
Oh,
last
okay.
going.
Okay.
19.
You pass it as you're facing down
All
El
these boons
Kusana,
helped.
the demon that was in the bottle, the demon worm.
Oh gosh.
Let's go ahead and just do a new round of initiative, since everyone actually did anyone stand? Was anyone still standing?
Yeah, I mean,
everyone
most of
passed
us
it
are still
except for
standing.
Hiram.
Okay, Hiram can't do anything. Do you guys do anything else? The explosions have stopped for a moment.
That means it's time to run out there heroically and shoot up the town.
It is.
Okay, you run out there heroically and see this demon standing in front of Jebediah. Make me your grit check.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to luck that up.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
You needed a 16 chance.
Yeah, that's fine. I will use.
You're gonna look it up to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, Killian.
I'm looking mine up.
Oh, you're going to spend that much luck? Okay.
We do have a player
have a
booth
lot.
hanging around, as well as a player reroll too.
If you want to use that, you might want to hang on to some luck.
Yeah, I'll use. Oh, geez. No, I'll spend the luck. I'm good. I'll spend the luck.
You're going to spend the luck.
You can do better.
No, if he wants to save the reroll, that's a
the reroll I think is
strategic
a much
use.
more, yeah.
We'll call it strategic. Okay, so everybody passed their fear checks.
Because Captain
It's
gave
just demon standing in front of Jebediah. This is a good time to let's go ahead and have a new initiative pass.
Oh, we got 3
Hooray.
players now.
Ooh, nice.
One from Cardman, one from Captain, and one from Tubal.
Excellent.
Well,
another one from
same
Captain.
initiative as last time.
Or, well, at least I didn't have to spend 10 because I forgot to add in both the +1 for my normal save and then the +2 for the Elder Sign. So
Yeah, there you go.
I only spent
Oh, right. We get you said it's a +2 from that?
I think that's just AC. Let me double check that.
I don't think it helps with grit
It
checks.
does not. No, it's just a +2
Oh,
to
okay.
AC, and it is saves against mythos creatures, not grit checks though. 'Cause, yeah, those are different.
All right.
Everybody got your scores in?
I'm a
Good.
Hiram
Yep.
and I are in.
Okay, so Scab, you're going first.
All right. Here's a pretty
Road's
good
clear.
Is it still nighttime? Is that correct?
It is still nighttime. Yep.
Okay.
A little brighter.
A little bit brighter now.
Warmer.
But yeah. As I start heading down that way, I'll kind of spend a little bit of personality to draw some of the shadow to myself, make myself kind of one with the darkness. Come on, Dan. You god awful baby eating son of a gun. I'm gonna beat your bleeping face off. Gonna try and beat him in the face.
Okay, go for it. AC 14. That'll hit. So you rush forward and you beat him with your shepherd's crook. Is that a total of 7 points of damage?
Total of 7, yeah.
Okay. So Scab is in melee with it now. Killian, you're up next.
Alrighty, I'm going to run down and I'm going to take a look at all the. Well, first I'm going to notice giant worm monster. Then I'm going to spend a personality point to cast Spook Show.
Okay.
I will summon forth 5 spirits for 1, 3 plus 4. Or 6 rounds to inhabit the bodies of the deceased tequila drinkers around me.
There are none. The fire burnt everything up. There are none.
In that case, I'll just put them around me because I'm not messing with that worm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to protect myself.
Okay.
against
Yeah. Sounds good.
Tequila monster.
Chance.
Well, Chance only does one thing really good, and that's shooting his friends. So let's go shoot at the bad guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully none of them are near it. So,
Well, no, Scab's in melee with it, so you are shooting into
Yeah.
melee.
well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Oh,
God.
look at that. First
my.
draw. Clink.
It's just a matter of time.
Fair enough.
Good turn, me.
Yeah, was that a ghost round or a regular?
Yeah, that's why
Okay,
I reloaded.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hiram needs to make a grit check.
Yep.
This is the first time he's seen the thing.
Finding the grit check button. Where are you at?
Good
Grit
round.
check? There you are.
Okay. He will fail unless you want to spend some of his luck. You need to get to 16. You need 4 points.
You know what? Hiram, you'll go down to 7 luck. Cool.
Okay. You can act.
Yeah, Hiram is going to, I think really his best bet, he's just going to go in guns blazing.
I will remind you, since no one's playing a Revelator, Hiram can try to turn back the night.
I don't know what that does. Let me.
It's basically like an old D&D. It's like the ability to turn undead,
Turn undead.
except for in Weird Frontiers, it includes things like demons and outer planar sort of things.
Okay, then he is definitely going to do that.
All right. So this is a chart. It's going to be a D20 plus his level. He's 3rd level.
Okay, yeah, I've got that chart up. All right, let's do D20 plus level. Does personality bonus come into that?
Plus his personality modifier.
All
Yeah.
right. All right, this is going to be a D20 plus 5. 2 for personality, 3 for level. 19. That's good.
And 19. This is an 8-hit die creature, so no effect.
Okay.
You'd need to get it up to a 28 to have an effect on this creature.
That's a lot of hit die.
Okay. Well, now that I know that. Okay. Well,
Okay.
that's what he does.
So he
runs up.
tries. Yep, he tries. Jebediah, you are up next. Your friends are around you
Okay.
now. Scab is in melee with it.
So I'm still trying to like look for the bottle. It's like a big worm thing. I want to see like, is its tail in this bottle? Like, is it
Make me a luck
attached
check.
or fixed to itself or something like that?
Make me a luck check.
Okay. Passes.
14 out of 19. So, I mean, your fireballs destroyed this bar. I mean, the front end of it is gone. It's just open up to the empty air right now. You can still see some of the infected villagers running around here and there, although they're staying away from this place by 50 feet. All the bottles, the barrels, everything have been shattered, cracked in the heat you generated with your fireball, except for one tequila bottle.
Okay.
And it's laying near the feet of the demon.
I want to grab that and just start tunneling into the earth with my
That's
tunnel
effective.
speed.
That is effective. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to make me a melee attack roll to be able to grab the bottle. AC is
Okay.
10. If you whether you succeed or not, the burrowing is just movement, so you're free to do it.
Yep.
We got re-rolls
Nice.
and a
Okay.
player buff.
Melee. Is that just like a strength test? Then?
Plus 1 is the player buff.
It's a D20 plus your whatever your strength bonus is for a melee. Actually, in this case, you can make it an agility bonus, like you were doing a missile weapon, since it's
Okay.
more your agility more than your strength.
Okay.
So we'll just do that. AC 10. You just need to get a 10.
Okay. Are we getting any bonuses to anything from all this glyph stuff? I forget what that.
I don't
uses.
think you get to
AC.
hit
AC and
bonuses.
saves.
Just AC.
Just AC. Okay.
Oh!
Oh my
That
god.
one.
Fumble!
Ooh.
Okay, now you do have a community reroll, and I will let you reroll a fumble.
I'm gonna burn that for that. Yeah.
Okay. Only community rerolls. You can't use your boons to do it.
That is fair. Yeah. I'll roll that again.
Look at that. You got the
Oh,
opposite
boy.
extreme. Take a boon.
Ow.
And
Wow.
you snag it deftly, do this little cart roll, and then you dive into a hole you make beneath them and you burrow.
I'm just gonna start burrowing 30 feet around as far
Yeah,
down as
out.
I can into the earth.
Okay, you got the bottle. The demon does not seem to be too perturbed about it, but you have the bottle. Pierce,
Yeah.
you're up.
I am going to this demon thing. I'm going to stare at it really hard with my Gaze of the Abyss spell.
Okay.
When I cast this spell, immediately one of my 2 remaining lizards explodes, boosting the spell.
Pinky went. The last 2 were Pinky and Brain, of course.
Yeah. So that is a 23 on the roll.
Okay.
And a 23, my gaze affects all foes within 60 feet. Also pointing out that, okay, yeah, the mercurial effect lights dim except for around my eyes, and the exploding lizards was the mercurial effect for that. Okay, yeah, all foes within 60 feet, within a 60 feet arc with the base of 60 feet. Targets are sapped of their will to live, reducing AC by 2. and their hit points by 1d5 plus caster level, unless a willpower save is made equal. Okay, yeah, so they need to make a save.
Okay,
23.
here we go.
This is will save.
And he's a dice
What is
down,
it? What does he
too.
need to make on the save?
23.
A 23. Okay, so
And is our saves reduced from my sign?
saves are not D die size is. So I
Okay.
mean, it is going to affect it because of that. So I'm sorry. What's the D16 would be what he's rolling here?
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I don't know if that affects. I'm going to let it affect save.
Okay.
Sure,
It
why
just
not?
says
Why not?
1d to all rolls, I think.
All rolls. Save is a roll, right? Right.
Save is roll.
Yeah. There we go. 19.
Okay.
Okay. So he fails. So
Yeah, AC goes down by 2,
okay. So he's now at 12,
and hit points are
reduced by D5 plus your
caster
level.
Hit points are reduced by 5.
5 points. Okay. That's a good showing. He shudders a little bit, but perhaps because he has spent time in the abyss himself, he is still up to party. It is his turn now. He has 7 action dice.
Oh boy.
How many?
7.
Oh,
He is going to spend 3 of them on Scabs, the little upstart in front of him.
Oh,
That's
no.
fair.
All right. So the first one is going to be, oh, this is just a straight up. Basically, he's using one of his ropey tentacles as a fist to beat you with. Let's do. That's going to miss. 18. What's your AC right now?
22.
Miss. And a miss. Now, give me just 1 second, guys. I'm sorry to break the flow here, but my dog is scratching at the door. I need to let him out.
Fair enough.
Understandable. My cats are busy fighting each other, 6 feet away.
Oh.
Fortunately, they can hear them because they're quiet when they fight.
And his penalty against me, it lasts for D3 turns. I'll roll that out. 2.
Okay. He is going to expend 3 more at he can't reach Jebediah. So the person who shot, well, you didn't actually shoot at him since your gun jammed, Daniel. So chance is not he's
It sure.
yeah. No, you're right, Scab. You're right.
Come
He's
on.
gonna expend 2 more because
Come
you're
at
right in
me.
front of him. You're right in front of him.
Filthy
Um,
baby eater. Eat
It's
this.
just like Men in Black.
Completely misses you, absolutely misses you with his tentacles as he just flashes around trying to do it. He cannot fumble his melee, unfortunately, so that one doesn't do anything for you. This is the last strike. He did not forget about the the occultist who has
Yeah.
caused him problems. So one of those tentacles is going to reach out and stretch and try to entangle you.
All right, I've got.
This is a nasty one.
Yeah.
+4. What's your AC right now? Oh, geez, I can't roll.
Doesn't
Never
leave it
mind.
bad.
Never mind. Oh, that stinks.
oof.
Okay. He was the last one in initiative.
Okay.
Oh, because we messed up the AC, he dropped all
Yeah.
7 of his attacks down to the bottom.
Yeah. And the extra
That's
stinker would
AC,
be,
it's initiative. That's funny.
it might be even lower if he rolled D16s.
Okay, new round.
New round.
Round.
Around.
That's
Oh,
not-
yeah. And those 1d20s were the 1 die. He does 1d24
Oh
as his
my
attack.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's scary.
Wow.
well, it's a good thing we got that sigil going then, I guess.
Mhm.
Hiram did good.
He did. How dare he?
How dare
I hope what I'm doing is useful right now because I'm going to be out of melee for a little bit, looks like.
Okay. Everyone in? That means Hiram is going to go first with the 21.
Okay. Okay, so that only affects Hiram, and I think Hiram wouldn't waste time on a spell that only helps himself. Everything else is kind of a backup.
He does have a gun.
He does. That's what
Just
I'm looking
saying.
at. That's what I'm looking at. I think Hiram's gonna start blasting. Rate of fire 2. So what is that?
2 shots. He can do 2 shots.
Okay. Does each shot take a first shot would
Draw.
be normal,
Damn it,
second
sorry.
one would be a drop.
Yeah, -1.
Failed the mute in time.
Okay.
Yep.
All
And the card draw for each.
First shots 7. Okay. And let's shooty shoot. Crit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, baby.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. He got a crit.
That is 4 on the table. I don't have that pulled up. Do you got it pulled up?
Yeah, I got it here. Hiram gets a boon for that as well. And you said the result is a 4.
4.
Roll 2 more d6 of damage. And he's basically half move. You blew out
cool.
one of his legs.
Another 6 damage. So 8 damage
Okay.
altogether.
So how much together?
8.
8 points of damage altogether. Okay.
And then his second shot. 6. Okay.
Good shot. Okay.
All right. And this is the one that takes is it a -1 die size or just a flat minus
No, just
1?
a flat -1 for the second shot. It's
All right.
only the -1d if you are not a gunslinger and you're trying to fan the hammer.
Okay. Cool. 16 to hit for 9
It
damage.
hits 9 damage. That's a lot of damage this time. It's a good shot.
Good.
Hiram, and he still has 4 shots left in there. His reload time on that is abysmal, but still
Yeah.
got 4 shots left.
I learned
Chance,
my
you're being
lesson from
shown
that.
up by your preacher man. The pacifistic preacher man just made 2 amazing shots.
Hey, I made 2 shots earlier that were really great, and I said I'm done for the night. So
You did. That's fair.
True.
I had 2 crits, and then the crit fail.
Mhm.
So let's take some more shots, and we'll see how bad they go. A 10, a jack of diamonds, and 3.
3 shots.
So nothing
Get 'em.
horribly wrong. Let me roll them out here.
That's a hit.
All right,
10 points of damage.
I'll just do the rolls, and then if anything fun happens,
That's a miss.
9 plus
it
4.
would be 13.
Oh,
And his
sorry,
AC is
13 will
12.
hit. No, 13 will hit. Yep. So another
Okay.
9 points of damage.
Oh, there we go.
There we
Not
go.
horrible. Not great. Should hit
okay.
and be another 6 points of damage. And the Deadeye result should be, make it up to a 4. Gunslinger's attack leaves a gash in the brow of the target, causing a thick stream of blood to flow from above the eye. Targets will continue to bleed for 2 HP of damage and suffer a -3 to attack rolls till the wound is attended.
Nice. Okay.
That's my default
Nice.
free bleeder. I was like, this seems like a good one to use this time, so we'll stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. You're done. Or are you going to shoot your other gun? Or
No, I'm doing just I only have I guess I could shoot my shotgun round off.
not really, no, because if you were shooting from your pistol, changing. It's built in. You could. Yes, you could.
I almost
you could.
I almost never use that.
But you realize you're shooting into melee with a shotgun. Unless it's got a slug, you are going to hit. Some of those pellets are going to have to hit scab with a shotgun.
Never mind then. That's why I never use it, I guess.
Its turn. First of all, it is going to use one of its actions to clean the blood out of its eyes, since it's got 7 actions. It really wants to take care of Pierce. He's really mad at Pierce. So Pierce, another one of these tentacles is going to shoot out. I think that hits 23. The tentacle like doesn't look like it's going to reach you, but it kind of just kind of expands like rubber, grabs around you and pulls you forward. And as it's pulling you forward, its mouth opens and opens and opens and unhinges like a snake until it's large enough to swallow you whole. Okay, so all right, it's only 4 points of damage as it tosses you into its mouth. But now, please roll me. Let's see here. Sorry, I got to look this up real quick. Where is the... Make me a fort save. Yeah, that's not going to do it.
Oh, it must be today. I got a 3. Yeah.
Okay, right. So McIntyre swallowed whole.
Oops.
It still has 5 attacks left. It's going to use 3 of them against Scab as it just kind of rains down blows around Scab. Pissed that it can't hit him. 1, 2, 3. It is going to try to reach out for Chance with one of its tentacles. What's your AC?
It is 19.
Okay, it can only do the engulf attack once per round, but you are basically entangled. You're going to have to break free of it. But it does take up one of its actions to continue to hold you like that. And Hiram was the last, and that's going to hit Hiram. Same thing. Hiram is bound, is going to have to break out. But now that's taking up 2 of his attacks.
Okay.
All righty. That flurry goes to Scab is next. It just swallowed your dad.
Oh God. How far up is that giant gaping maw that my dad went into? Is it within reach or?
It's within reach of your staff. You can kind of hook its lower mouth and bring it down to your level.
All right, that's what I'm gonna go for, I think. Smack him good.
All right, tell you what. Make me a melee attack roll to see if you can hit him first, and then we'll go from there.
Good deal. Yeah, I'm glad to take a penalty on the attack or whatever.
Oh, that's definitely a hit, and it will take the damage as you smack him on the side of the mouth. Now, the trick is to hook him and bring that mouth down lower to you, which I think is going to be your choice of either an agility or a strength check.
Would that maybe be something that's almost like a grappling type check?
Yeah,
because I
got a bonus to that
dice. Yeah, I get
you take that bonus die. You take that bonus die.
Okay,
Nice.
so that'll get me up to a.
Go ahead and yee his haw.
23 is not
Ooh,
bad.
Yeah.
23 will do it. You smack him upside the mouth. You turn that crook around. You yank his mouth down. He's surprised at your strength. So you've got that head like right down there where you are now.
You get my daddy out your mouth, I'm gonna rip your jaw off and stab you with it.
The mouth is still open a little bit, and you can see McIntyre's boots still kind of kicking. Killian, you're up next.
I'll run up and I'll try to grab hold of the mouth now that it's down close to the ground and force it open so I can get Pierce out of there.
It's still open. He's trying to swallow Pierce, so it's still kind of open, and you can see Pierce's boots sticking out.
In that case, I'll just grab Pierce by the. Grab Pierce by the good boot.
Okay.
And pull him out by his good leg.
That was my boot. That was filthy.
Yeah.
No.
I still have...
the boot attached to the knee that's still attached to him.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do a strength check. This is basically you're trying to grapple. It's not a versus though. So he's just using his tongue to try and pull him down. So go ahead and do
No.
that. You need a 12. You need to break a 12 to pull him free.
All right. There
Look
we
at that.
go.
You do. You pull him out. You're just covered in digestive juices and worms, McIntyre.
Yeah.
And did you fail that fort save or did you make it?
What
You made
fort
it. Oh,
save?
you failed it. Yeah, I see it. You failed it. Okay. That's your turn. You've got McIntyre out, who's just kind of covered in goop and worms. It's your turn, Pierce. Oddly enough.
Well,
It's your opportunity to turn into a cactus inside of him.
I was preparing for that. That is what I was going to do. You know what? I want to keep doing debuffs. I've been doing okay doing that, so I'm going to fire up my branding iron with this turn.
Oh, I'm sorry to say, Chuck, you reach for your branding iron. It's gone.
That fucker ate my branding iron.
No. So yeah, those two were bank robbers. When the guy patted you on the back, he lifted your branding iron.
Oh, I need to look up what the rules are because they may be in a lot of trouble for stealing my branding iron.
Yeah, but you can make another
I
one.
can,
But yeah, but so you reach for your branding iron. It's not there.
Oh shit. Well, then I'm going to cast sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did look up, and I've adjusted it earlier. I did have sleep lost already, so I had to spell burn a point
To get it back.
cast it earlier. So I'm gonna have to spell burn a point here, and I'm just gonna take it off a skill that I don't use called personality.
You never use that.
Mm-mm.
None of us need personality.
But I guess first I have to roll on my table because it may not let me take it off personality. That's a 4. I feel the winds of the outer dark blow through my soul, and I taste the strange fruits of Lake Holly and Carcosa, and it burns my shrinking spirit. Yeah, I get to take it off personality. Okay, cool. Take a point off personality so I can cast sleep. And there's a good chance I'm going to spend some luck on this after I roll it. 18. I don't need to. I don't really care about the sleep spell because it's not going to do any good.
Mm-hmm.
But this does turn me into Cactus Man again.
Okay.
So sleep at an 18. Up to 3 targets within range must make a save or fall asleep for D4 hours.
Oh, he aces that.
Yeah, I figured. But I'm Cactus Man. My AC goes up, and I can do punchy attacks if I want.
Okay. Jebediah, I assume your tunnel came up somewhere on the street side.
I'm not trying to tunnel away. I'm trying to tunnel down.
Straight down? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So
He's making himself unreachable.
I get it for like I have another 7 rounds of this tunneling, so I was picturing 3 down and maybe only 2 down. So I've spent 1, so I'm 30 feet down. I'm gonna go another 1, and then I'm gonna spend a luck point to recharge my deck so I can shuffle. Because I'm pretty sure I was pretty close to a bad card.
You'll have to look
that
at
was getting scary
before you shuffle.
Yeah. I didn't look before I just shuffled it. I should have. So I'm just the only thing I'm doing is I'm continuing to go another 30 feet down. So I'm now 60 feet below the surface.
Sure.
Spend that luck point, so I reshuffle, and then next turn I'm going to start throwing cards straight at the bottle.
At the bottle. Okay, interesting. All right. That is end of the sequence. So go ahead and initiate, everybody.
I'm gonna do initiative fuckery.
Okay.
And that I'm gonna use my Deadeye die to manipulate my initiative this round. So let me see what that equates to.
You guys have done a lot of damage to it. So we'll see if it makes a difference. Everybody in the system?
Not just yet. I got to get unbound, and I wanted to make sure I get unbound before he has his turns. So I got a 29.
Fair, fair.
I'll
So
probably
you will
do
go
it.
first. It is a strength versus strength.
Yeah, that's something I'm really not good at.
Well, he's a die down, so he's only rolling a d16.
You should have some luck left too.
I do. I think I'm probably going to need it. 15's okay.
Not bad.
19. You can spend some luck.
Dang. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to. It's a bummer. I've got to spend some of my real, well, not quite yet. This will put me at 19 points of luck now.
Okay. So you're gonna luck it out and break free.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's your turn. You are able to break free of the bond. Its turn.
Oh, so getting out takes my whole turn.
Yeah, it takes an action to struggle against it, unfortunately. It does. It doesn't
man.
count as just movement. What did you want to do?
Well, I was going to reload, but if I'm out of actions, I might just take cover.
Well, are you going to reload using spending a personality point to do so with your power? If so, you can do that. That's not even an action.
It does.
Well, I mean, I'll let you have it if you want to do it that way.
Okay.
I'll let you have it.
Okay. I was going to reload because I'm
Okay.
out of bullets.
You're reloaded. All right, you're reloaded. You tap the personality, get your ghost bullets back in there. It's turn. Whew. Suddenly McIntyre is not as tasty looking as he was before.
I'm spiking.
Who
like
else
a
did he
durian
had?
now.
He had who else bound? Hiram, right? He had Hiram.
He did. He had Hiram grappled. Yeah.
All right, so he's just going to do direct damage to Hiram, just a point of damage.
Okay.
So that's one of his attacks. Let's do
Glad I got out at least.
5 against Scab, who's pissed him
Good.
off.
Come on.
Oh,
That hits.
That's
That
fine.
hits. Okay.
Oh.
It's only 6 points of damage on that one.
-3.
Yep, -3 for your thing. So the next one misses, 2, 3 misses, 4, and the last one 5. So he only managed to hit you with one of them. So it's 5, 6. He's got one action left.
Come on.
No, what? Yeah, you're pissing him off. He's all right. He's gonna try and do the engulf thing with you this time. Oh, that hits.
Good.
And so he grabs you with his tentacle, and since you're right there near his mouth, he just pops you into his mouth. Starts chewing. 8 points of damage, and you do not need to make a fort save for reasons.
Mhm.
But you're in its mouth. There's several rows of teeth in there that just start gnawing at you as it tries to pull you further in. Yeah, so that's its turn. Jebediah, you start throwing cards upon cards. Actually, you know what? This is going to be fun. Go ahead and do your draws.
Okay. First one is a 4.
Okay, before you draw more, you cast, you hit the bottle. This is just a glass bottle. It doesn't break. You gonna keep going?
Yep. I'm hoping it's like other magic items that I've attacked that they have like their own health. Because I forget what it was. There was like the orb thing that I broke a while back, so I'm just gonna try and blast it like I did that before.
Okay.
So next card, King of Diamonds.
All right. What's the effect on that?
Let's see. King of Diamonds. Card bursts into the avians.
one.
This is like the blast thing again.
Yep.
So
Did you just
it
fireball
attempts to
us?
throw.
He's
No. I'm 60 feet underground. So it's going to attempt to throw the bottle 30 feet plus 5 times my caster level.
Yeah.
Um,
It does. It hits hard across the side. So it's still close to you. It doesn't shatter. You keep going.
okay. Do you want me to roll damage for that or? Okay. I'm gonna keep drawing. Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
I'll throw like another card or two at it. This one's King of Clubs. What does this do? Oh no. This is the
earthquake.
stun. Yeah, the 100-foot radius earthquake.
All right.
60 feet underground.
That's
sorry.
everybody above. Yeah, there's a huge earthquake.
DC 12 reflex save. To everybody.
Oh,
Okay.
The demon fails.
Oh, well, that's not. Oh, Hiram crit fails.
Oh.
Oof.
I mean, I guess I was inside the demon that failed, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Make a luck check, Scab.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do.
Maybe you get escaped out a little bit here.
Made it.
Yeah, you it causes it to spit you out.
Yeah. So anyone that failed, it is a DC 12 fort save to avoid being stunned. So,
What did
yeah.
you say the total was?
It's a DC 12.
Fort save.
Only if you
So this
fail.
doesn't do any damage to you. It's just like it shakes you, knocks you prone, and if you get knocked prone, it stuns you.
Yeah, only if you failed your
Or tries
reflex
to.
save. Do you need to roll this?
Yeah, Hiram failed.
It's stunned. The creature is stunned.
Hooray!
All right. Stun targets fall to the bottom of the initiative order and suffer a 1d penalty to all physical actions.
Hiram's also free. It has to drop him since he's stunned.
So I rolled for Hiram and he failed both of those.
Mhm.
So
He's stunned too.
Yeah, he's also
Yeah.
shaken and stunned.
Okay.
Draw one more card.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've already.
Oh,
used
it's an 8.
Aha! Finally.
So, yeah. Card
It is.
burns my hand. I have some
Yeah.
temp HP, so it's not going to hurt me.
It's not a big deal. So through all of that, the bottle doesn't so much as crack. It's not even warm after all that magical force was thrown against it.
Okay. right.
Scab,
Mm.
are you still standing or did you get knocked over?
No, I got knocked over.
Okay. Are you stunned or just knocked over?
I failed both checks.
You are stunned as well. So is Hiram. So Pierce, did you pass or fail?
I passed.
Okay, you're up.
And this thing is stunned.
It is.
Yep.
I mean, I'm going to go cactus punch this thing right in the face.
Okay. It is super large, so just don't roll a 1.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to cactus punch it.
Okay, you hit it.
Why did it roll a d10? Oh, okay. 5 to hit. 1 damage.
Yeah. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but yeah, you poke it.
Gotcha.
Killian? Did you pass yours?
I fumbled to the ground, but I am not stunned.
Okay, then you can just get back up as movement and do something else if you'd like.
Well, if I'm getting back up as movement, I will do that, and then I will shoot down at the worm.
Okay. Currently, it is McIntyre that's engaged with it. No one else is because it spat Scab out.
I'd also like to put it out, since I did do a point of damage to it,
Mhm.
on this thing's next turn, if it doesn't remove the cactus needles that I shoved in it, it takes a -1 to all rolls.
Okay.
God, what a dick move.
Yeah.
All right, Killian.
We'll keep cheap shotting him until he spends his actions fixing himself and
I
nothing
gotta do
else.
it. Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess
I got a great AC.
if Pierce is in the okay, well, if you've got a great AC, in that case, I will just shoot at this dude. Si vous avez faim, mangez du plum. Shot 1. 3 of clubs.
Good. Oh!
Nice.
Hooey.
Okay, so you
Crit.
rolled a
Very nice.
7 on the crit table.
Yep.
Roll an additional D10 of damage. You cracked its spine.
Oh,
Oh my
nice.
god.
Okay, it's looking rough at this point. Really rough.
I still got 2 more in my rate of fire. So shot
All
number 2 is a black joker.
Of course.
Ah.
Still, you cracked its spine.
Yeah.
That'll be
All right.
Which is like all of its bones if you're a worm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of the pass.
More initiative.
Yeah, go ahead, everybody.
not doing initiative things this time.
How long are they stunned for?
It
Joe?
was stunned for. I rolled that. It was.
Oh, I didn't roll the how many rounds? It was
I rolled a 7 on my fumble die for the
Mhm.
joker.
Okay.
Is that how many rounds it's stunned for? Or how many rounds? we have?
basically you have to save out of it. It lasts for a D8 plus caster level round. So it lasts for 12 rounds.
Oh my
Your
So
gun
everyone
broke,
that's stunned.
Jake.
Oh no.
It needs to be repaired. So
Yeah.
you can't shoot it again until it's repaired. But otherwise,
So
you're fine.
it's still a DC 12 every round. So people that got hit by it, which I think is just Scab and the worm.
Oh wow. Actually, breaking his back is going to hurt him on this roll too. So he's still stunned.
Nice.
Has everybody got their initiative in?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Let me.
I need to get Hiram's in.
Oops. I'll actually click on my token this time. 8.
Okay, so Scab, are you still stunned? Are you able to work now?
I need to make a save.
Hiram's in there.
Yeah, I'm
He's got
not
an
stunned
18.
no more.
Okay, you can act then. You spent your movement getting up.
Mm-hmm.
You're still pretty close to it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and put the crook of my staff into one of them open bloody spots and see if I can wiggle it around, yank something out.
Just give him a little stir.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. You smack it hard with your crook shaft. You get it into one of the wounds that's already there, and you kind of rip. You kind of turn that head of it around, and you start to just yank. A bunch of viscera and pus and small worms just start spewing out of that hole. And the corpse starts smoking. So it catches fire and is quickly just reduced to this fatty smelling stain on the ground. It's gone. Just because we're running low on, we're way over, so I'm gonna just kind of compress this a little bit. Jebediah, as you're thinking what to do about this bottle, it fills with a fluid, and you see a little worm floating around inside of it.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to. I've still got 4 more turns left of my burrowing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to burrow another 30 down and then
Okay.
spend. I'll get up just in time for me to be out of that. So it is basically just burrowed 90 feet straight down underneath this.
Are you leaving it there?
Yes.
Okay.
100 years from now, somebody will dig it up.
Yeah,
That's their
a them
problem.
problem.
Yeah.
That's a them problem. I like that. Okay, guys, you are battered. You feel disgusting. There's this pile of fatty tissue on the ground that just reeks, and it's starting to kind of just like gasoline fumes in the air. It's starting to boil off. You hear the people in the background that have stopped fighting one another. People are starting to ask, like, what's going on? What's going on?
Oh, maybe we shouldn't have killed so many people.
We didn't know that. We did what we could.
McIntyre, you suddenly feel like your gorge rise, and you can't help it. You bend over and you you cough and spit up and just puke out a bunch of worms that are not alive. They're dead.
Ugh. I was going to turn into one of those things.
Yeah. And there we go. We'll say it's the crack of dawn as you guys just start to see a little light coming up in the in the distance as everybody that's still alive in this small poor community is just walking around dazed, wondering what's going on. Many of them are injured. They broke their teeth trying to gnaw on each other and to gnaw on bottles of liquor to get to the hooch inside. Yeah, and you're all just here, just stunned, wondering what the heck is happening here. And as the last of that fatty tissue just makes this disgusting vapor trails in the air, the only thing left behind is a piece of paper.
Oh,
Single piece of paper.
Yeah. Take it.
It's another
Awesome.
page. Another page. Who's got all the pages? Who's holding all the pages, by the way?
Chance, are you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to split the setup, so if I grab this one, I'm going to hand it over to you.
I've had all of them so far, and I'm sure nothing will ever go wrong from this.
Of course. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
what could go wrong holding on to
You're
literature?
our
like
Frodo.
Yeah, I'm the
True.
Prince Frodo.
that? He's your page bearer. All right, guys. You have successfully sent El Gusano back to the bottle, and it sounds like you're just burying him deep for it to be some future civilization's problem. Not yours.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll end it there.
Take a
Chuck,
lot of erosion before we get
Yeah.
it's true. Chuck, what do you got going on?
Oh,
We're
snap.
just gonna
Or
tell him
parking
that this
garage.
property has really bad foundation problems and not to touch it.
Yeah.
or a parking garage.
Yeah.
You can usually find me and the rest of the crew here hanging out over on Defenders of Cobalt. That's twitch.tv/Defenders of Cobalt. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central, we're doing an alien campaign, All Fear the Ishtar, where Bert, Jeremy, and Dan are playing space pirates right now. Fridays, Joe just wrapped up his Heart campaign. And we're going to be kicking off a new campaign. All I can say is that if you like hot rods and post-apocalyptic America and lots of mutations, you should tune in for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, and on our YouTube, Defenders of Cobalt YouTube, every single Tuesday and Thursday, we've got a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign where we're playing all goblins, going through the Age of Ashes campaign arc thing. And those episodes are like 20 minutes long, so super easy to process. So check that out on our YouTube.
Nice, Jeremy. You've got a Patreon thing going on.
That's true. Aaron Reese and Patreon. You got comics, maps, art stuff. It's cool. Check it out.
Good stuff. And if you're interested in more shenanigans, follow my own channel, twitch.tv/SteamStillMurder, or I prefer you go to Blue Magic, BLUMAGIK.com. There's 14 years worth of podcasting goodness in there, as well as all of my links to the social sites like Discord and YouTube and otherwise. Going on tomorrow, this Sunday, we are playing Dicey Tales. I am playtesting a module for the upcoming zine that will be coming out for that successful Kickstarter. Some of the folks here will be playing in that. Next Tuesday, some 2nd edition Dungeons and Dragons as we are playing through the Greyhawk campaign setting around the time of the Greyhawk Wars. Friday is BX Dungeons and Dragons playing in the Mystara setting. And that's what I've got going on. Guys, it has been fun. Thanks everybody out there for watching. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good night.